Nobody knows vintage crop better than David Phillips. David, you looked after vintage crop for 5 years. What sort of a character was he?
He was a very quiet, unassuming sort of a character. Liked to get on with things himself, no fuss, and couldn't wait to get out in the paddock then after his daily exercise. That was what he enjoyed most.
So no naughtiness, David. Nothing that he wouldn't come out on a Monday morning and give a little buck.
Well, I rode him for about 5-6 years and I fell off him twice. Part of the company twice, but he had a little spookiness about him. He had a little character about him the whole time,
Very good. And when the two of you set off to Melbourne on that 12,000 mile journey, it was an unknown experience for both of you. How did Vintage Crop take it all?
He struggled a little bit. It was a 47-hour flight and it took him a while to get over it. It was really only a week before the race that he showed a little spark that he was coming back to himself. And really on the day he produced his best for such a long, hard trip that he had achieved, It
was an absolutely amazing feat for a horse to go that far and to recover, as you said, when he lost weight. But we're dealing little nearer the Melbourne race itself. What was it like for both of you? You're now superstars in Melbourne, the cameras are around you. How did you take that and how did he take that?
Well, I don't know which of us is the quieter, me or the horse, but I think he's more the star than me. And we were lucky that he had a great team of people around him to guide him throughout his career. Michael Cannan, the boss, Dermot Weld.
And yourself, David, very important.
It was all a great team, and that's what he needed, So it was down to the horse to do all the hard work.
Well, there's no doubt you did an excellent job, and we're very proud of the fact that you did that. The celebrity that is Vintage Crop still needs to be kept in that pampered lifestyle, and that job is done by Fiona and Leona. Fiona, what's the celebrity like to look after these days? Is he a bit of a diva?
He can be a little bit. As you can see now, he won't stand for the camera or anything. He's his own mind, but it's an honour to look after such a legend.
Yeah. And what's it like when the tourists come to see him? The legend that is Vintage Crop, do a lot of Australian tourists come to see him?
Oh yeah, and they love seeing him, and they always talk about they'd made money on him, and they never remember a Melbourne Cup like it. They said the amount of Irish that were there at the time, and it was amazing. They love getting their picture taken with Vintage.
And Leona, if we can bring you in, who are you with here?
This is Tudor Loom, who is a good friend of Vintage Crops. They live out together during the day, and they won't go anywhere without one another. So they make a nice partnership.
They do indeed, and they're looking both extremely well. Thank you very much for looking after them, and we're very happy that you do it.